The key to having a great voice is mastering voice modulation. That is, bringing variations in your voice according to the content and feelings of your speech. So, do watch the video right till the very end, where I'll reveal one of the most powerful techniques of voice modulation. So, let's begin. Today, we are going to look into the 4 P's of voice modulation. The first P is pitch.
Mogembo. Kushu.
Pitch is the highness or lowness of your voice. When we speak, we have a normal pitch. And again, depending upon the feelings that we have, sometimes we tend to say the words a little high or sometimes a little low. Let me give you an example. Someone shows you something and asks you, did you like it? Now, let's see the pitch. Yeah. So this is what was a very flat pitch. Or, yeah. So the voice went low. It means maybe it was not according to your liking. Or you can also say, yeah. So that means you liked it. Or if you liked it very much, yeah. So you saw this is what we call as the high or low of your pitch. Now, a sentence. Now, first I'm going to say it in a very flat pitch without any emotions, okay? You know, last week at the airport, I saw Shah Rukh Khan. Ta 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 ta. This is all very flat. Or I can also say, you know, last week I saw Shah Rukh Khan at the airport. So you saw the variations that came in the pitch. My volume did not increase. Only the voice that was there, sometimes it went low and sometimes it went little high. And bringing in this variation in the pitch is very important. Otherwise, we sound very monotonous like a robot. And what happens when we speak in this monotonous tone? Scientific studies have proved that the brain is wired to register patterns. And once it registers that we are speaking in this monotonous tone, the listener tends to start drifting away. He'll look into his mobile, or he'll look here, or he'll look there, because he knows what is going to follow next. Hence, see that you keep on changing the pitch of your voice to make it sound more interesting. The second P, and that is projection of your voice. And that refers to the volume, the clarity, and pronunciation of your words. Sometimes when you speak, or if you have heard someone talking, did you say what? Excuse me? Please, could you repeat that? Now, this happens because maybe we were not clear enough, or we pronounced the words incorrectly, or maybe we were too loud, or maybe we were too soft. So we need to look a little more at these 3 things. Volume. Volume is the loudness or softness of your voice. Now, that doesn't mean being loud means you have to yell or you have to shout. No, speak in your normal tone. But yes, depending upon the setting where you are speaking, whether it is a small room, few people over there, or it is a hall with many people, or an auditorium with a large number of audience over there, then you should see how loud you can speak. Or the setting, does it have a sound system? Because if there is a mic and if you shout into the mic, don't be surprised if the audience closes its ears. Similarly, if you are too soft, people won't be able to hear you. And usually it happens then in the beginning they'll strain their ears, but after even they'll get bored and they'll say, oh, forget it. So we should speak in such a way that we are audible to everyone. You also need to pay attention to the clarity of the words, that the words that are coming out of your mouth are clear enough for everyone to be understood. Because sometimes if you say the words within your mouth only, they sound muffled. And it usually happens that when we know we are about to finish the sentence, so we are in a hurry to finish off the last word in that sentence, and that sounds little muffled. So pay a little more attention to it. And of course, pronunciation, very important. You need to pronounce the words correctly in the way they are supposed to be pronounced. Especially if you're using such a word in your speech which you are not familiar with, or you usually do not use it, then just check up the pronunciation of that word. The third P is pace. Pace is the speed of your speech.
So that anything you say is speaker singing off of me and it'll you and devastating more than ever demonstrating how to get
It shouldn't be too fast. Again, otherwise maybe the audience will miss out some important words. And it shouldn't be so slow also that you put the audience to sleep. Have a normal speed, and yes, you can have a mix of speed, because this happens even in our daily conversation, that when we are very excited to share something, we tend to speak a little fast. Or if the news is a little sad, we speak a little softly. And especially even when you're giving a speech, if you want to create a little bit of suspense, then also your voice goes soft. Why? Because then the audience wonders what has happened suddenly. You were speaking so loudly and now a little soft. So you are arousing the interest and curiosity of the audience. And now I'll reveal the fourth P, which, if used wisely, can be one of your most powerful tools, and that is pause. Pause is a short silence in your delivery. And this silence can be your friend, but people are generally afraid of these pauses. But a pause, if used at the correct place, that is, if you want to emphasize on a particular word or a particular point, then just take a pause. When? Before the word or before the point, and even after that. Now, when you pause before it, you are speaking and then you take a pause. Now, the audience is wondering what's next. So, the curiosity level increases. And after you've emphasized on that word or the point, and again you take a pause, what happens? The audience then starts registering what you have just said. So the connectivity at that time is the maximum. And we've usually been taught, isn't it, right from smaller classes, pause at a full stop, pause at a comma. But remember, besides the stops and the commas, these are the places where you can put in a pause for emphasizing something. Now, generally, but people get nervous during pauses. So what happens? They tend to fill up these pauses with actually, these are what we call as filler words. And these filler words, then, of course, they make you look nervous also, and it doesn't give a good impression. So try to avoid these filler words. And a very small tip that you can follow, and that is, when you are writing your speech also, use shorter sentences. Because what happens when you write longer sentences, then in the process of trying to memorize that long sentence, then you pause and then you put in all these filler words. Okay, and another thing that you can do is, when you pause, keep the mouth closed. Because if it is open, we tend to use these and all that. So, these were the different techniques of voice modulation that we looked into today, the 4 P's. And you need to, yes, work on it so that you get the mastery over this voice modulation, because that can be one of the most effective keys to a very good presentation. Because voice modulation, it breathes life into your words and makes your speech very, very impressive and captivates the audience. So work on your voice modulation. Keep on practicing, because practice is the key word. So till we meet again, goodbye.